Hi, welcome to Forex Trading Tutorial. In this video we're going to be looking at virtual private servers. What is a virtual private server, what does it do, why do we need one, and also how that links in with the brokers that we're using at the moment. Okay, a virtual private server is a MetaTrader 4 platform, especially when we're trading as a MetaTrader 4 platform, that sits on a server that is run, has a 99.9 uptime system. The reason for that is if we're trying to run trading systems or trades from our home and from our home computer, we can have power blackouts, we can have the children turning off the computer, we can have viruses, we can have bugs, and if we're trading and we're trading for real money, and we end up having a trade that's opened and maybe the computers then gets a power outage, we don't get any power for 2 hours, our computer does not have the ability to tell the broker's server to turn the trade off. So we could make loads of money or we could lose loads of money, but we have no control, and that's the point. So especially if we're using trading robots, having a virtual private server is a very, very, very good thing. The way to get a virtual private server is very simple. The reason why I've chosen commercial network services, and it will become pretty obvious in a minute, but the reason why I do this is because actually commercial network services provide a lot of the systems for the other private virtual private server providers. So it's actually a lot of people piggyback off their infrastructure. So these are actually the people that are one step ahead of and above most of the other virtual private servers. So the easy way to do it is just click on virtual private servers and we come to this page here. Now what we need to do is we need to be choosing which server we wish to go to. Now we have Europe, so if you're trading on Vantage FX, you'll be choosing Europe, and if you're going for FXCM, you'll be choosing USA East Coast. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, it just means that if you are wanting to use that, that's the way around it to look at it. And I'll show you that now. So basically the reason why we need to go there is if I have a look at the latency chart. What the latency chart is these are the data centers here. So you've got New York City, you've got UK, and what we have here is the time between the broker that we're choosing and, sorry, our data center and the broker. So as you can see, if we had a look at this top one here, what we have is we have 143 milliseconds, 92 milliseconds, and less than 2 milliseconds. So if we have a look at our systems that we have chosen, right, so what we're doing is we're just looking for FXCM, so here we are. What we have is in the New York data center, we have less than 1 millisecond, reason why we've chosen it, and we also know that it is very well regulated. If we have a look at the Vantage, so here we've got Vantage FX, which is also very well regulated by the Australian and also the British Financial Services Authority. And if you're choosing Vantage, you would go for the UK data center, and this is less than 2 milliseconds. What that means is that we're not wasting any time between communicating between the VPS itself and the broker. It's as quick as we can possibly make it. Also, the other thing with Vantage is that they have a bit of a star here, and what this has is that these brokers are participating in the CNS discount. So if you're subscribing and you're part of Vantage, you can just click on the KB article there and it just explains what happens. And all it means is that as long as you're doing a reasonable amount of trading, they will credit you up to $35 monthly to your account, which just makes it a little bit cheaper for yourselves, really. So, okay, so let's go back to here, and I'm just going to click back again. And we're going to go back to our original screen. So once you decided who you want to go with, say let's for example we were looking at FXCM, all we would do is click on the East Coast, and then we have two different packages. We have the value edition, and you get, and it's $30 a month, and this is the amount that you get. So obviously if you want greater RAM, it costs you a little bit more. But then we have a standard edition, which gives you more CPU cores, can give you a lot more RAM, but obviously it goes up in increments. So it starts at $65 for the base package and then just moves up to $95 for your 2 gig of RAM. Obviously, if you scroll down here, there you've got some options here. You've got various things that are included, and it just kind of tells you a little bit about the system. So all you would need to do is when you're available, when you're ready, all you would do is say subscribe to whichever one that you want to do, and then you will be able to have your VPS. Just to go back, if it's exactly the same in Europe, all it's saying here is what the details are. Again, what you get in your package. If you want to add more RAM, it tells you how much per gigabyte or how much per megabyte. You've got, again, each additional gigabyte, they've got just a cost there. So for a hard disk space, you'd only really need to increase your hard disk space if you're going to put tick data onto it. What I find that I do though is I do all my tick data testing on my home computer, because it's not so important that I can just download it straight away and then I can erase it. What I'm doing is I just want the settings, and then I would run my EAs from a virtual private server. So absolutely simple. All you do is just subscribe on whichever one you want, and that is how you would get a virtual private server.